For more on the World Ozone Layer Day, I have joining me environmentalist John Ekoko. Thank you very much for joining in at this time. So talking about this day and the impact, why should we take this day seriously, especially when you look at how COVID-19 affected the whole world?
Yeah, thank you, Kemi. The ozone layer issue has been described as the equivalent of a nuclear bomb, particularly when the ozone hole was spotted in 1987. The whole world woke up to the fact that the Earth could be annihilated suddenly unless something drastic is done. Prior to 85, there were no concrete measurements. But by the late 80s, there were supercomputers with advanced complex models that was able to measure greatly the effect of this ozone depletion. It was thought that carbon dioxide alone was the main greenhouse gas. But now methane, nitrous oxide, and ozone itself was seen to be contributing as much as carbon dioxide.
All right. So with this issues now, these dire issues that have been established, in terms of laws now, did the Nigerian government, rise up to the task? If we, localize these problems with the ozone layer, the Nigerian government rise up to the task in form of laws, and how have we enforced them?
Thank you. Now, if you look at Nigeria, Nigeria is a developing country. And within the developing country, there is a three-pronged nexus. The developed or the more advanced developing countries, the oil-producing developing countries, and the small island states. Each has its own interests. Up till today, those three-pronged nexus still affect, because Nigeria develops on sale of crude oil, which is a fossil fuel. How will it agree to a cut in production of crude oil? That's a problem. Meanwhile, Brazil and India, China, they are the advanced developing countries.
And have agreed to cut.
They generate a lot of carbon dioxide, so they cannot agree. That will mean curtailing their own industrial production. So meanwhile, the small island states stand at a risk of being overflowed or overtaken.
Who are their neighbors?
Small island states,
right.
This Mauritius and all that.
Right. Even though they are not their neighbors,
yes,
still...
but they are all developing countries,
Absolutely.
countries of the South. Those ones are in support of the advanced countries that something must be done to curtail this ozone issue, because you have this rising sea level. You have this global heat, right? You can even look at the forests,
Absolutely.
the forest fires.
Absolutely.
The rate of increase is showing us that something must be done.
So should that be the direction as we move forward now, getting all these, countries, all producing nations, so to speak now, should that be the thrust of our direction now?
Well, the thrust of direction now is to assist the developing countries, to also be able to come up with policies that will help them to do what? Curtail. The argument is that they do not pollute as much as the developed countries. But the issue is the developed countries are not willing to actually cut. So if they cut, they also want to see the developing countries do something.
Absolutely.
Even in terms of financial assistance, they want the forward-looking one, not the backward one.
Absolutely.
With the conditions put in place. Well, some progress has been made. Some special decisions have been put in place to guide this process of making the world itself safe. That is, curtailing emission, both from the developing world and the developed. And at the same time, you find out that the developing countries now also should try to use energies, right, in a more efficient manner.
Right.
So as to do what? Curtail the need to produce excess of it, which itself also impacts on the environment.
Thank you very much, John Ekoko, for all your attempts and efforts now in saving the planet.
Thank you.